It's the NFL on EA Sports. And up next is one of the best nicknames in football, Sauce Gardner, who's been stepping up to the challenges all season, now with 8 interceptions. Who knows what we're in store for here? And it
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Now a handoff up the middle. Childers showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and 7. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Allen going to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Up the middle they go. Childers. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's 3rd and 4 now. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Gibbs straight ahead. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Stroud sets up the play action. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of '85. But then they'd never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
The Lions offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. From midfield, here's Allen. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. That pick is 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
A toss out right to Gibbs. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Play action. Here's Stroud. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dances by at the 20. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 7. Moore, the man in motion. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. To the air, Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And the Lions first down.
After 1, 7-3 the score. On EA. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Will Anderson, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. They'll try the left side. Childers. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Dragons offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And he's had a knack for finding the end zone all season long. His numbers reflect that. Here we are in the month of December, and he sits atop the NFL leaderboard in terms of rushing touchdowns. And he goes out right around the 39. Here now, 2nd and 4. Stroud out of the gun here. Short throw caught by Bowers. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now Stroud. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. It gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stroud working out of the gun. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Aleem McNeil busting through to get him for a loss of 6. In motion, the tight end. A give right side for Gibbs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll be a gain of 16. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
It's now 3rd down.
Gibbs on the toss left. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And his guys have taken the lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. They'll try the left side. Childers, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Moore, the man in motion. Now Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. That'll give him 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Throwing now is Allen. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he comes back with one complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Allen. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's got it. Touchdown. Elijah Moore from 6 yards away. And the Lions have regained the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. A 10-play drive that time. And it was finished off by Elijah Moore on the touchdown reception. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Dragons offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a huge factor in the passing game all season long. His numbers reflect that. Currently leads all NFL running backs in receiving yards. Stroud getting his offense to the line quickly. from the gun. Gibbs will get it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. As Stroud now to throw. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 1-point game through 2 quarters as we get rolling here in this second half. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Here's Chase now on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. Only able to gain a couple there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Stroud off the play fake. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
That's good. 4.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Stroud. Over the middle, hooks up with a tight end, Bowers. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That's another.
Stroud. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. On the bootleg, Stroud. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. C.J. Stroud, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Dragons have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Now the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was C.J. Stroud who finished off that drive with the touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down at a yard. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Allen now looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Childers. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Firing and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Stroud. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Quick throw by Stroud, complete out wide. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Stroud looking to throw. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Complete. Jefferson the target. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Now Stroud. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. Again, it's Stroud. Touchdown! Jamar Chase, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dragons are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From midfield, here's Allen. That one out wide and intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
And off to Gibbs, headed right here.
Shreds the tackle. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
There are so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Stroud to throw it.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bowers. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Lions' 15-yard line.
Back to throw. Stroud. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down.
Stroud out of the gun here.
Open man right side is St. Brown.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
The throwing again is Stroud.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up. His time is now run out. Back now here on EA Sports, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. The offense on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Stroud working out of the gun.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 4th down. They'll look to throw again. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with a football. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Now Allen. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
Free kick out of bounds.
And that flag accepted.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hand off now to Gibbs.
Shifts past him at the 45. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Second down and 4. They'll go again with Gibbs. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Throwing now is Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. And Chase will go in motion left. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards on the pickup there.
That's good for Hay. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Flushed out right. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. And he's been terrific all year running the football. And you see the season numbers up over 500 yards now for the campaign. And that is really an accomplishment for a quarterback. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Second and goal at the 9-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
To the sideline, wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
It's now 4th and goal.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. To the air, Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Derek Stingley getting home on the corner blitz. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Allen, got to have this one. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Now Allen. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Allen off the play fake. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now Allen again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Up the middle they go. Childers. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
One final try here for Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for them all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making...
That's caught at the 25. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
Finding Moore on the out route for the completion. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And it's caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. Another run for Gibbs here.
And down inside the 15 he goes. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. And Gibbs has it.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Gibbs diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So how about the season, Charles, that he continues to put together? That's now 25 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's getting into some very rarefied territory.
Yeah, it made you and I do a little extra homework prior to this one in anticipation because that one moves him past John Riggins with 24. He draws even with Emmitt Smith at 25 in 1995. Next up, Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander with 27. And the guy on top, LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, he had 28 in 2006.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Tokyo,
the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.